Okay, here we go. We're going to have a look today at plotting a line, how to plot a line if we're given the formula, how to plot a line by finding the x and the y intercepts. So first of all, we just need to go over what x and y intercepts are. So we're familiar with the idea of a y-intercept. The y-intercept is the point where a line crosses the y-axis. So there is also another intercept called the x-intercept, and that's the point where a line crosses the x-axis. So here's a line here. This is the line 2x plus 3y equals 6. It's in a bit of a different format than we're used to, but it's still a straight line, and it crosses the y-axis at the point 0, 2, and the x-axis at the point 3, 0. Now the way we find the y-intercept is by substituting x equals 0 into the formula, and the way we find the x-intercept is by substituting y equals 0 into the formula. We're going to do that in a moment, so don't get too stressed out. Let's have a look. Okay. So what we're going to do now is sketch a line from using the method of finding the two intercepts. So we've got a line here. This is the line that we're going to sketch. Again, it's a line that's in a bit of a different format than we're used to. It's the line 2x equals 3y. Sorry, you can tell I'm on the laptop again. Let's get rid of that. It's the line 2x plus 3y equals 6. So again, it's not in the format that we're used to, which is y equals something x plus something else, but it's still a straight line because it has an x and a y, and none of them are squared terms, so that makes it a straight line. Okay, so when we're trying to sketch a line using the two intercepts method, the first thing we have to do is find out where the line crosses the x-axis and where the line crosses the y-axis. So if I have a look at the y-axis here, I can notice something. I notice that if I draw any point on the y-axis and give its values, I'll notice something about the x-coordinates. So I'm just choosing two random points on the y-axis. If I find the coordinates of that point, it's going to be 0, 2, and if I find the coordinates of that point there, what is that going to be? It's going to be the point 0, 7. If I choose this point down here, it's going to be the point 0, because it doesn't go across in either direction, so it's 0, minus 7 here if I choose that point. So I begin to notice that all of the points along the y-axis have an x-coordinate of 0. And that makes sense really, because if you think about, the x-coordinate is telling me how far to the right or to the left of the y-axis to go. And in fact, I'm not going anywhere to the right or to the left, I'm just staying on the y-axis. So every point on the y-axis has an x-coordinate of 0. So knowing that, if I substitute x equals 0 into the formula of my line, it will give me the point where the line crosses the y-axis. So let's try that. When x equals 0, 2x plus 3y equals 6 becomes 2 times 0 plus 3y equals 6. Now 2 times 0 is of course 0, so the left hand side just becomes 3y equals 6, and therefore if I divide both sides by 3 I get y equals 2. So I've found the point where my line crosses the y-axis, and it's the point 0, 2, which coincidentally we've already drawn. Let's see if we can find the point where the line crosses the y-axis, the x-axis. Now, using the same logic, I can see that any point along the x-axis has a y-coordinate of 0, doesn't it? Because any point that's sitting on that x-axis there is not going up or down. It's sitting right there where y equals 0. So let's substitute y equals 0 into our formula here. Our formula, remember, is 2x plus 3y equals 6. So 2x plus 3 times 0 times 0. Sorry, I've got orange text. 2x plus 3 times 0 is equal to 6. So that becomes 3 times 0 is 0, of course, so that just becomes 2x equals 6. And so x, of course, equals 3. I divide both sides by 2 to find x equals 3. So that means that the point at which the line crosses the x-axis is the point x equals 3, y equals 0. So let's draw that point there. There it is. X equals 3, y equals 0. The point 3, 0. So now that we've got 2 points is enough to define a line. So we'll draw the line that goes through these points, these y-intercept there at 0, 2, and the x-intercept at 3, 0. And as always, when we draw a line, we put arrows on the end to show that the line goes on forever. And we, the other thing that we do when we draw a line is we put the label next to the line. So there it is. We've drawn a line using the 2-intercept method. Okay, your turn now. On page 204, exercise 4b. Just start. For each question, do a couple of the choices, and when you feel like you've got the concept, do the last one and then move on to the next question. Okay, bye.